In this game week, we see a top of the table clash. It is Man City at the Etihad Stadium versus Arsenal. It is the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. Haaland versus Arsenal. And will Haaland managers, that is 70% of the FPL managers, have a good day on Sunday, or will it be a nightmare? As we can see, Rob T again has his predictions. With regards to attack, Liverpool are set to score 2.7 goals, with Spurs at 2.3 and Villa at 2.1. The top three in terms of defense is Liverpool at 40%, followed by City and Brighton. Last week it was the same, and it was only Brighton that lived up to the clean sheet odds. Now Liverpool and City both conceded one goal, and if you have the defenders, you know that is frustrating because they don't come cheap. Now Isak is on 75%. He came off at halftime with an eye injury, and some managers are saying that he lost his eye for goal. He only scored one and assisted one over the last 4 game weeks, and that is not good for the 37% of managers that currently have him. Unfortunately, I had to make 2 early transfers, and one of them was transferring Isak out for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin is at 5.9 million and owned by just over 3% of managers, so he is a big differential. Now the good thing is that over the last 2 game weeks he scored 2 and assisted 1. Further, Everton is on top of the season ticker that is on FFS for both attack and defense. And for the next 6 game weeks, or over the next 6 game weeks, he is facing the 3 promoted teams, which is Leicester, Ipswich and Southampton. Unfortunately, they are away to those teams, but it's still going to be big expected goals from Calvert-Lewin. We know from past experience that yes, he does suffer from injuries from time to time, but I think that he's going to be safe and he's going to be fit to play those matches. Then secondly, I had to transfer in Konsa at 4.5 million, owned by 13% of managers. Now Villa's next 6 game weeks, going into even past the international break, is looking very good. They actually in the top 3 of the defense when it comes to the season ticker. And the season ticker is really helpful when it comes to this regard because it has attack and defense. So sometimes a team can play a difficult defense, meaning their attack will be a bit weaker. But the alternative is also true. So the season ticker is helpful and Konsa is looking good in terms of the season ticker. In defense, I have Alexander-Arnold. They play Bournemouth, and the last time Liverpool played Bournemouth, they won 4-0, scoring 4 and keeping a clean sheet. Now, Alexander-Arnold in midweek made an assist, and hopefully his assist in FPL comes this weekend. In fact, he's the second best defender in terms of expected assist. He's only behind the troll Luka Dean. Now, if you have Luka Dean, that is a good thing because they're playing Wolves. I have Konsa, so I'm also hoping for the clean sheet for Aston Villa. Aston Villa has, I think, the best fixtures from now until the next international break. They are sitting at number 3 in defense when it comes to the season ticker on the FFF Scout website. I think that Aston Villa is going to win this game by at least 1 goal. Then Robertson against Newcastle. This is yet again another tough fixture. However, this is the path that I selected and hopefully it leads me to the promised land. Robertson, this might be your last game week in my team. I need to fund or get funds to fund the transfer in of Saka. As I mentioned, the last time Bournemouth or Liverpool faced Bournemouth, they won 4-0. And in that game, Jota scored 2. Darwin also scored 2. But I don't think we're going to see a repeat of that this weekend. However, if we see the repeat of Jota, that will be good for the FPL managers, especially for my team. The weekend before that, or the game before that, Liverpool against Bournemouth, Jota also scored 1. That is the game when Salah played. They missed a penalty, or the penalty was saved, and he scored from the resulting save. So Jota likes to play against Bournemouth. 3 goals in 2 games is looking very good, but most managers are probably going to captain Salah. Now, when it comes to Eze, when United played Crystal Palace in those fixtures, we know that United didn't score a goal, Crystal Palace scored 5. The concerning fact in that fixture, or that fixtures, is that Eze didn't perform. He didn't have one attacking return in both of those fixtures, and there was 5 goals that Crystal Palace scored. So, we know that the one game he didn't play, that time he was injured. But hopefully he brings it home against United this weekend. Then, moving on to Rodgers. Midweek, we saw that Aston Villa won in the Champions League. Most of the attacking players got an attacking return. However, the only one that didn't is Rodgers. So Rodgers, please, I know you were rotation and you're coming into our team. You're not really a premium or even a mid-price midfielder. But you have to do the business this weekend in order for us to start you in the future. As you can see, in attack, 2 of my 3 strikers or forwards are on 75%. Now, Dominic Calvert-Lewin will start. We see that Dai said that he is in training in midweek. So I think that he will start against Leicester. And this is looking good because Leicester is one of the worst teams when it comes to expected goals conceded. Meaning that as a team, they are likely to concede against Everton. Then when it comes to João Pedro, it was said that he will be in training today, but he's going to be assessed to see whether he's going to play over the weekend. The manager also said that they're not going to take any risks, but I think they have to take a bit of a risk. They didn't score last weekend without João Pedro, and I think that he is essential for them moving forward. Then when it comes to Haaland, he is a bit of a concern, and I don't know if most captains or most managers are going to captain him this weekend. The last time he played Arsenal, he didn't have one shot on target. I'm talking about in the Premier League. The time before that, he didn't even have a shot. So, Haaland against Arsenal for the last 2 game weeks, or the last 2 games, isn't looking good. But hopefully this weekend, we see a bit of a difference. I don't know what's happening with De Bruyne, and Foden came back. So he still needs to get up to match fitness. And hopefully, again, he does that, and we see the combination of Foden and Haaland paying off in Man City's team.